Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Duluth. Good morning, Pullman, Wisconsin. Good morning, Woodbury. Good morning, Mercer Island, Washington. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Sally Squirrel Farms Employee of the Month, Kendall Martin.
We have them in white, brown, black, whatever color squirrel you want, we have them.
I lived across from Loring Park here in Minneapolis the first years, the good years here in Minneapolis, and right across from my apartment building was the park, and there was a little white squirrel that I would feed little like leftover cereal, and I'd go down there. I didn't have any friends. I moved here. I didn't know anybody, and so it was just literally me for the first year until I met my friend Angela, my very first friend here. So I was lonely. And don't worry, this story does get better. Actually, it really doesn't. But I would go down there and I'd feed the squirrel and I'd talk to the squirrel about my hopes and dreams for my future.
Oh, well, it worked.
Yeah. But then the squirrel left eventually. But it was the same squirrel. And then my theory was the squirrel got sick of my stories. Because eventually, because I moved in October, and then by winter, dude had his nuts, enough nuts, and then he never came back. And then he came back in the spring for a couple more visits, and then I think he went to another park.
You depressed him?
I think he got sick of me complaining that I didn't have a life.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Oh well. How you doing?
Good. I have 3 white squirrels in my backyard.
Hey, maybe they're the relatives of the squirrel from my experiences in 1997.
Maybe if I start talking to him, they'll go away.
Yeah. Tell them sad stories about how horrible your life is.
Okay.
That attracts the squirrels. Hey, speaking of squirrels, I woke up this morning and so many of you texted, not me, and not that you have my phone number, but tweeted that you saw our show on The Daily Show. Did you hear about this? We were on The Daily Show last night. Yeah, well, take a look. Here it is.
You see, Taylor Swift has been re-recording all of her old albums, which means people are re-listening to all of her old songs about her famous exes, and then getting mad at those exes all over again on her behalf. And while Taylor may be content to address her old boyfriends with heartfelt lyrics and songs that are, again, I want to stress this, perfect in every way, some of her fans are a lot less subtle.
This is going a little too far. While Jake Gyllenhaal is taking incoming fire from the Swifties, another one of Taylor's exes is being bombarded with messages now. Oh, it went from me to me.
I was so confused.
That was weird. We're live. My favorite part is there was a sports ticker under me.
Yeah.
That was from that's our lacrosse affiliate. Eau Claire, yeah. They get us a day later. Oh God, there's a woman that bothers because we air a day later. So they get our show not the same day, they get it the next day.
So it's Friday there?
Yeah, they're gonna be watching this on Friday. And this one woman, I love her. She supports us. She is not happy. Because she goes, Jason, you and Kendall are telling me stuff that's a day old. I said, I can't control that. Type a letter to your station. Yeah, because they take us a day later. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for your support.
I just think that we should be so excited because we're in the future right now.
We are in the future. Hello, Friday.
Hi.
But no, that's cool, isn't it, to be on Trevor Noah?
You're like uber famous now.
Oh, well, yeah. Don't go crazy. Do they pay us for that? Second time. That's the second time, no. Oh, that's right. Oh, I was on there years ago when Jon Stewart hosted. We did this thing I used to host the show The Buzz over there on Fox 9. And we did a promotional week. During ratings periods, the bosses think it's a great idea to do like theme weeks, like Squirrel Week. And we had a thing here on Fox 9 called Bear Week, where every day Randy Meyer, an anchor here, fought a bear in the studio.
It was great television.
It was great. Every day they oiled up Randy and they put him in little Rocky Balboa shorts. And then they put him on the news set, and he was boxing a black bear, a brown bear, and then the last day of the ratings period, Randy battled a grizzly.
That was scary. That was really intense. He almost lost that.
Anyway, so they do these theme weeks, and we had a theme week called Spa Week. And every time we said it, Alex Kindle, my co-anchor, would go like this, Spa Week! And John Stewart made fun of us, as he should. You know, here's 3 grown adults going, Spa Week! So,
That's what that magnet in the locker room is about.
Spa Week?
Yeah, there's a magnet of Alex Kendall on her locker going like this, Spa Week! You didn't know this?
There's a magnet for Spa Week?
Someone made her one, and it's in the women's dressing room on her
I was going to say,
locker.
the station gave a magnet? We can't even get mugs, and they're making magnets for a 15-year-old segment?
No.
I love this place. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it. Friends, I'm really questioning the existence of love this morning. One of Hollywood's most beloved romances is no more. Take a moment and send some positive thoughts to these two.
Yeah, I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you know I love it when you call me.
Oh yeah. Sorry, señorita. Hate to be the one to tell you if you didn't hear yesterday. Shawn Mendes and Camilla Cabello are donezo. Their 2-year whirlwind romance is over, but the two are pledging to remain best friends. And that will never happen. They are obviously in their 20s. Mm-hmm. Take it from a guy in his 40s, that doesn't happen. Ask me when the last time I talked to my ex was. Barack Obama was president. Yes. No. And does this surprise you, Kendall? Does it?
No, I never really got it. I like his music,
Okay.
and I think she's super cool, and they were just really lovey-dovey, and there was just always something a little funny about it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, and then the statement they released, let me look at it here. This is what
Flip your book over.
They were using language. It was like you know how I hate the word journey?
Oh, yeah.
It was like our experience as humans will continue. It was just all very.
Hand in hand.
It was very. It was just very. I said this on the radio show. You know what I want from the next Hollywood couple that breaks up?
Yeah.
I want blunt realness. I want the couple to, because they start. You know, this statement was like, "Hey guys, our friend. You know, our romantic relationship is over, but we're going to continue to love each other as humans." I'm almost right on that. I want the next Hollywood couple to break up, and I want the statement to read like this. Hey guys, we stopped liking each other and we're over. Because that's what happens. You stop liking each other in those ways. Love, Twyla. Yeah. P.S. I hope you die. No, I mean, you know, I just blunt honesty.
I always loved the two, like, please respect our privacy.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No, not at all.
The paparazzi's not going to do that.
Nope, not at all.
Anyway, next in the dish, it's a teaser like you've never seen before. I mean, I have to say, the concept of this trailer is so awesome. So come back to the TV. So Netflix dropped a preview of Ozark Season 4. Look at this.
Human beings make decisions, they commit acts. And that makes things happen. Creates a snowball effect. Causes other people to make decisions. Cycle continues. Snowball keeps rolling. You know, sometimes people make decisions. And you gotta act accordingly. Or you can fall in a hole to die.
So good. It's very creative. Ozark. If you haven't seen it yet, friends, go binge it. It's one of my favorite shows of the last like 5 years. It's so good. The cast, the writing, the way it's shot. It's an everything show. It's like a perfect little ice cream sandwich. Season 4 will drop in January. And they're doing the whole Harry Potter thing where they're dividing the final thing into 2.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever.
Are there any, since I don't watch the show, are there any little nuggets dropped in that trailer that you're like, oh, that person?
No.
Oh.
No, it's more like a rewind. So, yeah, no, but go watch it. You'll like it.
Thank you. It's more like a rewind. It was actually rewound.
Going back to Camilla and Shawn for just a second.
Okay.
You know what it is? It's Dolph protests too much. They were always making out in public.
It was so gross.
It was just, it got to a level. And then during the pandemic, they were always photographed in their flip-flops and Crocs going to get coffee. Next in the dish. Attention commoners. We have a Meghan Markle alert. In her first interview since Oprah, Duchess Meghan will appear on Ellen today. And of course, because they want 1 billion people to watch Ellen because no one watches her anymore, the show released a sneak peek. Look at this.
So your car that you used to drive to auditions was a very special car.
Yes, it had a life of its own. So I had this very, very old Ford Explorer Sport, and at a certain point, the key stopped working on the driver's side, so you couldn't get yourself in through the door. So after auditions, I would park at the back of the parking lot, and I would open the trunk and climb in, and then pull it shut behind me and crawl over all my seats to get out. That's how I would come to and fro.
Oh my God.
I know, so it was not ideal.
Did anyone ever see, I know you parked far away, but did anyone ever see you climb through a trunk?
No, I would play it off. I would go like, oh, I'm just looking for my resume and my highlighters for my script. Oh, maybe it's back there. And then crawl all the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The things we did.
Now look, I was sassing, but I'm gonna watch. I like Meghan.
I do too.
I was Team Meghan when everyone was against her. Start leading with the positive. I was Team Meghan and Harry. I thought some of the abuse she took, the criticism was unfair. Having said all of that, that sweater that she was wearing, I bet you $5 and a box of donuts that sweater costs more than this entire set.
I don't want to make that super bad.
Beautiful though. Wasn't that cool? I would wear that.
It was cool. Executive producer Jeff thought it was so awesome too.
Because you know what tomorrow is?
What?
The first casual Friday ever here on the Jason Show.
It's not gonna happen.
Ask me if I've asked our bosses if it's all right.
You haven't.
No, I haven't. I don't care anymore. I might come in here wearing camo.
I wore camo the other day.
Yeah, I might just do it. Meghan says being on Ellen was a trip down memory lane because the studio where Ellen shoots her show is on the same lot where she would go on auditions. So that's today. Can't wait to watch. We're going to take a break. Lots more to come after this. Hope you're hungry. Another slice of hot dish is coming out of the oven. Next, Tom Holland has his sights set on another iconic movie character after he hangs up his Spidey tights. Wait till you hear who he wants to play. Then, we asked for it, we waited years for it, now it's here. The all-star season of Real Housewives has landed, and I have some strong thoughts. Imagine that. And faux leather is all the rage this season. Sarah Rogers is here to show you the best ways to wear it. That and more when we come back.
Here's a pic of the two of you on set. This made the rounds last year. It got people very excited about this film. That is, okay, there you are in San Moritz or something? Where are you doing this fancy thing?
San Moritz.
Okay.
Well, we're in Italy, but
Okay.
yeah, selling it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my question is it fun to play rich people? Like, are the conditions for shooting nicer if you're playing a rich person as opposed to, say, an average Joe?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah. You recommend it?
Well, in shooting it, the clothes are nicer, they feel better, but the conditions are pretty much not as glamorous as that picture is. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Yeah, it is, because then people come and they bring Lamborghinis for you to drive, as opposed to, I don't know, what the other movies were, they're not Lamborghinis, where it's Pintos or Ramblers.
There's got to be something between a
poem
Lamborghini and a Pinto.
Adam Driver with Colbert talking about his new movie, House of Gucci. We have a producer here. I reference him sometimes. I call him Baby Bjorn, Little BB. Mm-hmm. He's like this big, and he produces the show before us. Mm-hmm. And I love him. I love this guy. He's like my little brother, and he loves Gaga as much as I love Disney, doesn't he? Kendall, back me up.
Gaga.
And he got to go see the preview of House of Gucci.
Bjorn? Where is he? Why didn't he tell me? Why didn't he bring he? I wanted to go too.
We could only get one person into the screening.
I would have gone in his backpack.
Well, also it was during this show.
I would have gone in his backpack.
Yeah, try asking the boss that. Next in the dish, I don't quite know how I feel about this next story. Could Spider-Man be the next James Bond? Apparently, Tom Holland wants to be the next 007. He told one of his Spider-Man co-stars about his interest in becoming James. Now, previous interviews, he said that as a young British lad who loves cinema, he'd love to be Bond. Producer for the franchise says that casting for the next James Bond won't begin until next year. There's a couple things about this. I'm kind of doing what I sometimes hate that the media does, and that's take just a casual conversation and turn it into something big like Tom Holland wants to replace Daniel Craig, when it's just probably a fun conversation. Now, having said that, a couple things. I love Tom Holland. Tom Holland's my favorite Spider-Man. He's a little too young right now, unless we're going to CW up the James Bond franchise like they did to Dynasty. Let's take a show about middle-aged rich people and make them 20-year-old rich people. You know, don't young down 007. The dude should be in his 30s or 40s.
I know, it does get a little awkward when it's like, is he legally allowed to do that? Can he rent a car?
Yeah. I love Tom. Tom could make a great Bond in like 10 years.
Oh, for sure.
You know? Because I think he's great. I think he's going to have a long post-Spider-Man career. And that new trailer we showed you, I watched it like 4 times. I can't wait.
Did you see the thing where he cried when the audience gave him a standing ovation at the preview?
He's a good
so
dude.
Cool.
He seems like a nice dude. You know, like raised right.
Yeah.
He seems like he has a good foundation. Next in the dish, let me ask you something, friends. Can you tell the Property Brothers apart? Like seriously, if they were standing in front of you at a Cub Foods, could you be like, oh, that's the one that always wears plaid? Zooey Deschanel was on with Kelly Clarkson. Now she dates Jonathan. He's the handy one in the flannel. That's how I tell them apart. One wears a suit.
Yes.
And one looks like he should be on paper towels.
I know, when they're doing the same thing, it's very confusing.
And Kelly asked about what it's like dating a twin. Look.
So what is it like, though, dating a twin? I've always wondered. Do they mess with you?
No, like to me, they don't look alike at all. And their personalities are so different. So like, to me, they just don't look alike.
Okay, love is interesting because they do look alike.
You know what's so funny?
Love does shine differently.
Even before we met on carpool karaoke.
I love that that's where you met.
And I was with my sister, and my sister's like, I cannot tell them apart. Like before we met them, and I was like, what do you mean? They look so different to me.
Oh.
So even before.
The two have been dating for a couple years now. Look, I get it. If you're married to one of the dudes, of course you're going to say that. You know, I think they look alike, don't you?
Oh, totally. My best friend is married to a twin. Hey, Kate. And she's always said that. They started dating in high school, and she's like, yeah, but she just knows. Like, you know. But you'd think that. You know.
Yeah.
You know?
Which one? Now, so the one that's not married to Zoe has the beard, right? He's the real estate one. He's the one that wears the suit. We just had the picture up there. I think yes. Oh, I just got confirmation from Ted in the booth.
Ted.
So he has the, are you sassing Ted in the booth?
I just didn't realize he was such a fan of the Property Brothers.
Well, no, he has 40 monitors in front of him. He can see what we just put up as a graphic. No, but I think the other one is the facial hair real estate one, suit wearing guy.
That's like so confusing.
But they're not my favorites on HGTV.
You and no one else.
I know. Well, they have like 80 shows.
I know.
I prefer Love It or List It. I love, I used to love Chip and Joanna, but with them, I still ask the question, how many more houses in Waco are there to remodel?
Magnolia is so fun.
It is fun. And I can't ever say, and I never would, but I can't say anything bad about Chip and Joanna because my mother would disown me. So I gotta, she loves them. So next in the dish, what's the etiquette when breaking up with someone, particularly when it comes to social media? Do you unfollow? Do you block? Do you not do anything? Drew Barrymore talked about it with Ross and Jenny McCarthy on her show yesterday. Look what they had to say.
Well, haunting is when you feel the lingering presence of an old flame on your social media.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, so like you broke up, but maybe he or she is still commenting or liking your posts, and you're like, what?
It's my girlfriends, and I hate to call them out right now.
Do it.
But they are knee deep into haunting. They've got fake accounts because they were blocked already by their ex.
That is a new
They doubled down.
low.
And literally they spend all day long. And sometimes if they find out about the fake account, then they're calling me going, can you check the page right now? I want to see if his girlfriend got any skinnier. I'm like, girl, we're in our 40s. What are you doing?
Wow.
Let it go.
It happens. But what's the protocol? If you break up, say you were with someone for years and you break up, do you unfollow each other?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, good.
I love the reaction when Jenny was like, I have a friend who haunts. Like, what? Oh my goodness!
No.
It's like they really did see JFK Jr. in Dealey Plaza. It's like, seriously.
If you know, you know.
Just come on.
Okay.
Have you ever done that? Now be honest. Have you ever haunted? Like, do you have a fake social media account?
No.
Like named Esther or something?
I can promise I have not done that, but I mean, I've checked out my exes before. Who hasn't?
Oh yeah, I do too. I have too.
Yeah.
Can
like
I be real
randomly.
honest? Can I just lay it out there?
No one's watching.
Can I just lay it out there?
Yeah, please.
And Colin knows this, so I'm not telling tales out of school. Three summers ago, I might have had like a cocktail, and I might have like drunkenly FaceTime or like Facebooked my ex that I haven't talked to literally in a decade, and it was quite embarrassing.
What did you say?
Oh, I mean, I don't remember.
Oh.
But it was embarrassing.
I mean, I've never said.
It was a nice conversation because he's a good dude,
Right.
but it was very like, he's like, hey, want to see our old dog? I'm like, sure. And what am I doing?
So it
But,
wasn't
yeah.
the British guy?
No, you mean the fake British guy that I
Yeah.
dated, and then he turned out to not be British.
Yeah.
And then the news interviewed him, and then
Yeah.
I had to come to my boss here at Fox and say, hey, by the way, you know the guy that I was dating that was running for Minneapolis City Council? Yeah, he's a fraud, and he's not really British. That guy?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, no, that wasn't him.
Oh.
If I ever write a book, that'll at least be 2 chapters.
Oh, at least.
At least 2 chapters. Next to the dish, there's a new series on Netflix that's getting a lot of buzz. It's called Midnight Mass. It's from the same folks that gave you Bly Manor and Hill House. I watched a few episodes before, and I have something to say. Before we talk about it, here's a little bit of the trailer.
Good morning. I know I'm not who you expected to see. Just know I'm only here to help, and I look forward to meeting you all.
So tell me when you're gonna let me in.
I'm a pretty rational guy.
Something's happening here.
You're gonna let me in.
We are living in a miraculous time.
You're gonna let me in. You're gonna let me in.
I think I'm crazy. I mean, what's a little crazy between friends, right?
Come on.
What are you doing?
Come on.
What is wrong with you? Stop it.
It's not funny.
Okay. There's so much to say, and I don't have a lot of time, and I don't really want to ruin the show for you. I went into this. I know you warned me. I know, Kendall, you warned me. I'm 5 episodes in.
Oh.
And last night I went to bed so angry at this show because it's, first of all, some of them are way too long. The monologues go on forever.
Literally.
But I got through it. There are surprises at every episode, but it angers me because I don't quite know what's going on. It's seeped in religion. There seems to be and then there's another layer above the religion aspect that seems to be happening. And then there's a vampire aspect of it that I don't understand. Anyway, watch it. Talk to me about it on social media. What? We're going to go to break? Okay. We're going to go to break.
Okay.
Should we take a break?
I guess.
We're exhausted.
It's
We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. I'm exhausted from my sassiness.
I used to make so much money just stepping into a club. Those days are over. Do you guys know what real estate is?
Yeah.
Do you think I can do it?
Maybe.
It's time. Single mom hustle. That's what it's about.
Oh, Kendra, the door's over here.
Oh my God.
This is every day, every night. You're not gonna have a life.
Oh, So many people gave up on me. You're just a D-list, coming from the Playboy world, so cliche. I want to be in control of my narrative. I want to be in control of my life to really make my kids proud. Hello?
Hello? It's a clip from the trailer for the new Discovery Plus show, Kendra Sells. I was just talking about Discovery Plus earlier. Sells Hollywood. It dropped today, and it stars Kendra Wilkinson, formerly, as you just heard her talk about. She was a Playboy playmate, and you'll also remember she was a one-time girlfriend of the Hefner, the Hugh Hefner. Why are we talking about her? Because you're like, what? Because she talked to our insider to the stars. Please welcome, from the Hollywood Raw podcast, your friend and mine, Dax Holt. Hi, buddy.
Hello, good morning, Big Ben.
Dax, I'm so glad that you're here at this point in the show. I've been a little sassy all morning. I've been a little, like, spicy. So I'm going to be...
How is that different from every day, Jason?
Okay. Now, see, Dax, I was just getting ready to turn a corner. No, but I was realizing I'm just a little extra crispy today. So I made a commitment that for the rest of the show, I'm going to be poly positive.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to begin with you. She didn't seem very happy to be being interviewed right at the... We were watching the beginning of this interview, and you, bless your heart, my dear friend, you tried every charming Dax Holt trick in the book. What was this
like?
like?
You know what? It worked.
Yeah.
And I think, in all honesty, so a part that I don't know if you saw was that her kids were knocking on the window. She was in the car, like in her garage doing the interview. So I think I caught her at just a busy moment. She's a single mom. She's got 2 kids that are needing her attention. And she took time to sit down and talk with me. So I understand that as a parent, being stressed out and being like, okay, I got to do this because I got a show premiering. But like, I think I got there. I got her into it. We started talking about, obviously, her show, Kendra Sells Hollywood. This is a big step for her. She's become a real estate agent. This is a far cry from being a playmate at the Playboy Mansion. And she's taking it serious. She's like, look, I'm a single mom now. I need to figure out how to make a living on my own with kids. And so she's like, so I got into real estate, and this is not a joke for me. This is real life. But, we talked about it all. And I said, is the show covering not only the real estate aspect, but is also covering your life? Are you getting into dating? Do you want to get married again? And she said, I want to get married more than anything. She's like, I don't enjoy dating. She told me about a kind of a miserable dating experience that she had recently where she went out with a guy. He started asking her what her love language was, and she like started freaking out. So definitely watch it for that, because she drops a lot of F-bombs of talking about this failed date. But you know what? Once she kind of got into it, we started having a lot of fun. We dove into everything. One part that I thought was really funny is, so now that she's a real estate agent, I said, would you rather list a house of a hoarder or a murder house? And she goes, I've been approached to list a home that was on hoarders. And she goes, I keep kind of just ignoring them. I'm like, Kendra, what are you doing? This is season 2 material right here.
Yes.
You list the house, her in her high heels walking through, cat poop and all that kind of stuff. This would be a great episode.
I love it. I would imagine, Dax, that it is kind of a double-edged sword for her and her early fame, because without that, she wouldn't have the show, arguably, that she has now. Do you get the sense that she is, embarrassed is the wrong word, is she conflicted about what made her famous to begin with?
I don't think she's conflicted. I think a lot of celebs go through this.
Yeah.
Whatever made them famous, they tend to distance themselves. But I would say, I think she just wants to focus on what she's doing now. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I just think that's what a lot of celebs do. Whether it was Kelly Clarkson back in the day, for a long time, she wasn't going back on American Idol. Do you remember that? There was a good 10 years there. She did not want to talk American Idol. I think Kendra's like, can we focus on this because this is my life right now? But she says she wants to do The Masked Singer. I talked to her about that. Again, she's a huge fan of the show. She's like, I want to do that so bad. So I'm like, put it out there. Let's make it happen. But we did talk a little bit about the Playboy Mansion and what it was like. I asked her if she was selling the Playboy Mansion. what she would disclose, because as a real estate agent, you have to disclose stuff. And she goes, the dog poop and the smell of feces everywhere. That would be my disclosure. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I actually showed her an old photo of us. The first time I met her was at the Playboy Mansion during a party, and we were dancing together and having fun. And so I brought her this like super old photo of myself and her. It was a good moment.
Dax, tell us more about your trip to the Playboy Mansion.
It was fun. That was one of those like checklist moments of my life right there. Bucket list was going to the Playboy Mansion after a big VH1 event or something. We got there and it was Paris Hilton and Snoop and Kendra. It was really cool.
Well, you know, aren't they remodeling it? If you get invited to the next party, can I come with you? Because nothing says Playboy Mansion like me. Yes.
Absolutely.
I'll be
Club 33 in the Playboy Mansion. You're in.
That's right. I'll be your wingman. The one and only Dax Holt, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can find Hollywood Raw wherever you get your podcast. Just search for Hollywood Raw. Friends, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Back in a moment.
We call her the Ramona coaster because she is all over the place.
Let's just get to know each other. Do you want to be a friend to anyone? She was like, I'm not signing this paper if you cast my brother and my sister.
I was a little irritated.
By me?
You kind of kicked it off. Ramona's not my friend. You're my friend. So act like it.
Oh, my friend. Do not turn the channel, please. Just give me a minute. Welcome back. It's the ultimate mashup for all of us Real Housewives fans. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip started streaming on Peacock this week. The show features 7 iconic housewives from different cities, 4 of them, all on a trip to Turks and Caicos. And thanks to New York's Ramona, the drama started on the private jet to their destination within 5 minutes. Watch.
Kenya, I know my facts. One thing I know are facts. Our show came on, and you know what? We were in first week, Wall Street Journal, Daily News. We were called a cool water show. People get up the next morning and talk about us by their water cooler.
Water cooler, not cool water.
I messed up my words. So because of us, then you all came. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
New York never been #1.
Oh, so that's Ramona bragging about how, in her opinion, the franchise was nothing until the Real Housewives of New York started, which, by the way, was the second franchise. And then the Atlanta Housewives rightfully claimed that Atlanta is #1 in the ratings. Not so much this year, that's Beverly Hills. Anyway, listen to me very carefully. To Andy Cohen and Bravo, this is the best thing you have done in a decade. This is the best. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip is the best thing you have done in years. This is what we love. This is what we want. This one episode is better than the last 2 seasons of The Real Housewives of New York combined. This is what we want. It's fun drama. It shows you the best versions of all of these ladies. I love the women in this show, even the ones I don't love in their respective shows. Ramona is such a glorious train wreck of a human that it's just countless laughs. Countess Luana's great. Melissa from New Jersey. Kyle is an MVP. Kyle is so fun on this. Kenya ramps up the drama as she does. This is sensational. This is what we want is real. This goes back to the original few seasons. It is fun. It is funny. And the best part about this is they break the fourth wall. Unlike the series, they can't acknowledge they're on a TV show. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the wives can acknowledge that they're on a TV show, which is great, thus leading to the moment where Ramona is bragging about how good New York is. It's fan-freaking-tastic.
I have one question.
You can ask whatever you want.
Does Teresa flip any tables?
She talks about how she goes, shut up, Ramona. I'm the woman. I literally made one of the first memes of I made flipping a table a thing.
Oh, so
yeah.
good.
Prostitution, hoa! You know?
So good.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
I can't wait to leave. I want to go back and just watch all the episodes.
All right.
No offense, I love you. I'm glad that you're watching, but I just,
All right.
I want to be in my jammies, I want a margarita, and I want to watch the rest of this. Andy, bravo, thank you. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip is available right now on Peacock. When we come back, the one and only Sarah Rogers is going to teach us how to wear faux leather on our head, on our body, on our feet, everywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Why am I looking at the card? I know who's here. Leather looks great, but let's face it, it has some drawbacks, and now the faux leather is hotter than ever. And here, with how to pull it off for us mortals, the fashion icon herself, the wonderful Sarah Rogers from Mall of America. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Jason.
Let me ask, first of all, why faux leather? Why? What is it?
Well, I think there is an attraction to just leather, period. Yeah. And faux leather is way more affordable.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, it's hot. It really is flying off the shelves, selling out in some of our stores. So ladies are loving it.
And I remember, and you'll laugh, because I remember the faux leather of the early 2000s. It wasn't great. Am I right on that?
Yeah, no. It's more supple. It really rivals the genuine article. Yeah. That's how good it is now.
Early 2000s looked like shiny, sad cows. And fake, sad, shiny cows. This looks amazing.
It really does.
We have 4 looks, am I right on that?
Yes, 4 looks.
Olivia, we're gonna start with. Let's take a look.
So the first silhouette I want to show you is black faux leather leggings.
Okay.
They really are a wardrobe staple. They've been around, they're not new. Ladies love it, it's a go-to. And I think it's because we love wearing leggings and this gives us a different texture.
Okay, and is that a shacket that she's wearing?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at me, Sarah, knowing that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's wearing it with a jacket, so your leggings, of course, look fabulous with that shirt jacket. And so that's why I found that at Macy's. The leggings are from Express. But you can, and those boots are from Soft Mock. Those are Timberlands.
Really?
They're waterproof. So you can mix genuine leather with faux leather.
Okay.
So feel comfortable doing that.
Next is Emma. Let's look at Emma.
Yes. So you might be thinking, is it all black? Is that the only color option? And no, you will find other colors in faux leather. Our model Emma here is showing green leather. It's a dark green, so I'm not sure if you can see it from your vantage point, but it's a dark green. But look for colors like pink, your caramels, your nudes, off-white. I mean, there are a lot of choices in the color. And you'll find different silhouettes too. She's wearing a skinny leg pant from Macy's, but look for it in cropped, wide. I mean, it's all out there for us.
I like that cut of coat too. That's
Isn't
a
that
beautiful
cute?
jacket, Sarah.
Yes, by Calvin Klein. Plaid little, it is called a shirt jacket too.
That one
is
is
just
too?
a shorter version of it. But
It's like that cut.
yes.
That's pretty complimentary on most body types. Am I right on that
I
one?
think so because
Yeah.
it's around hip length.
Yeah.
And so I think even our petite girls will like it if they don't love themselves in the longer ones, although our last model was 5'1", and she's rocking that longer one too. So it just depends on your preference.
We're going to Kelly with a beautiful brown coat. Let's take a look at
Yes.
Kelly.
I wanted to show you the suede version of the faux leather.
Oh.
Because suede is the underskin of genuine leather. And this one by Tommy Hilfiger, it's a yummy color. I think it really adds to the richness of the silhouette. And you can dress it up and dress it down. Ladies are wearing this to work. We're wearing it casual. She's got on jeans from the buckle and boots.
Let's talk. I know this is a leather segment.
Yes.
But that cut of jean is interesting. What cut is that, Sarah?
That is a boot cut jean. And with a lot of stretch in it, so it finds your curves. I love that. It's Buckle Black from the Buckle store, so it's their premium jean. But I love how it really celebrates your curves.
Yep.
I own jeans from them as well, and I just kind of love where it finds where I need a little extra. Stretch.
Little extra. I love the era of stretchy jeans. It's fantastic. And then finally, we were referencing her, Maggie. Let's talk about Maggie, what she's wearing.
Dresses. If you,
oh, Sarah, look at this.
Isn't that beautiful? From Macy's by Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein's known for their sheath dresses, and this is in a beautiful color they call Cafe Olay. and she's wearing it with a faux fur coat from Express, and that has a faux leather belt on it.
The coat does?
The coat does. And then she's wearing it with patent pumps from DSW, and they're genuine leather. So again, you can mix those textures. You can mix that patent leather. You can mix in genuine leather. So have fun mixing that up and playing with your textures.
Well, because faux leather, you mentioned, faux fur still the rule. Is it hot?
Mm-hmm.
Because even Canada Goose has started finally making
Well-
their hood, aren't they?
Well, they've been making it. They don't usually advertise
Yeah.
it in their ads because they don't want the controversy, I
Yeah.
think. But they are making silhouettes without it as well. But for girls like me that love faux fur, I love it.
I think it's
You're
fantastic.
going to find this season there are a lot of longer coats. You're going to find the longer silhouette like the one you were just seeing from Express, but you're also seeing the bolero, you know, the cropped, you know, it's all out there for us. We have options this
We have
season.
options.
Mhm.
So it's faux everything, everybody.
Yes.
Faux. And one of the, I always like to give, especially around this time of year, and I know you'll agree with me, especially if there are folks watching from other parts of the country that are going to come visit and want to shop at the Mall of America. I basically live there.
Yeah.
I think one of the best suggestions, it's going to cost you a little money. I think it's like, I forgot what the new rate is, but if you don't want to deal with the parking situation,
Valet.
the valet parking at Mall of America is a hidden gem.
Yes.
Because I would rather, I think it's like 12 or something, but if you have a car full of family, you have Auntie Gretchen back there complaining of how long it's taken to find a parking space, I will give $12 to park. It is a convenience, isn't it? It's a great service.
It is a convenience and a great service. I agree with you on that, Jason.
Yeah, it's a hit. Not a lot of people talk about or know about it. It's my #1 tip for folks that have no patience for sharking. I call it parking lot sharking.
Yes, I call it ambulance chasing.
Oh yeah, I love it. But I do. I go dun and dun when you're circling the
Wait
parking
for somebody
lot.
to come out.
Yep.
So that you can take their spot. Because the mall can get really busy.
It can.
During the holidays, so that's a great tip.
Thank you. You look. Is that faux?
It is from
Of course,
Zara.
Of course it is. The great Sarah Rogers, everybody, for all these looks. Head to the Mall of America. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the world's shortest segment, and you're going to find out what's in the surprise goodbye next. Thank you. Kendall's back.
Hello.
Are you wearing any faux leather fur today?
Not yet.
Okay, it's time for the world's shortest segment. Hi. The Egg McMuffin turns 50 years old today. Thank goodness the sandwich is older than I am. To celebrate, McDonald's is selling the breakfast favorite for the original price of 63 cents. But breakfast hours may be over by now. Sorry, guys, sorry. In honor of this, a classic McDonald's commercial featuring some famous faces.
There's only one place you can get an Egg McMuffin, and now you can get it for just 99 cents. Just 99 cents for a hot buttered muffin with a nice fresh egg and Canadian-style bacon and cheese.
I'll have an Egg McMuffin, please.
It's America's favorite breakfast sandwich, and now it's just 99 cents.
It's Karen Walker from Will and Grace. It's Megan Mullally right there, and a young John Goodman. You might have caught him eating the Egg McMuffin. This ad is from 1983. We will be back right after this with the surprise goodbye. It's a surprise to you and us. Are we on?
I missed the memo.
I miss the memo all the time. I don't read the emails. Kendall joins me again. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Roll it. This is the first time we're seeing this story. Here we go. A new invention could soon allow your dog to call you. Seriously. A Scottish scientist created the dog phone, a ball fitted with a device that when movement is detected, it makes a video call. The ball has a screen where the dog can see you, as well as a camera so you can see the dog and chat with the dog. The scientist tested it on her dog. She says the dog started showing more interest in the calls over a few days and averaged about 5 video chats a day. I don't even talk to Colin that many times a day. Keep in mind there were several mistake calls, basically a dog butt dial.
Just one more person to hang up on me.
That's right. One more person for me to ignore. Tomorrow on The Jason Show, the Thanksgiving gravy hack you don't want to miss, using your Instant Pot. How? Stephanie Hansen will show you. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Come on, Kendall, let's go call our dog. We'll see you tomorrow.